How we doing, Unity Trading Group? I am Ads, and welcome to the Monday afternoon or Monday evening at this point update. Before we begin this evening, hit the like button, tap the subscribe button if you can, and of course, tick the little bell to stay updated on all of our future content that is coming soon. Of course, we aim to stream 5 days a week. Of course, life gets in the way sometimes, but yes, we do aim to be here 5 days a week for you all. BTC, where have we been? Where are we at? Where are we going? And it's been nice to see the price action respecting the levels that we've drawn in very, very perfectly. And Gravy Train giving us the all clear for an upwards trajectory on this time frame. Whether or not that is true, we will see what happens over the next probably day or so. But with BTC, let's have a look and see where we're at. So immediately, the striking thing with BTC right now is, well, a few things. First off, this is our very low quality level of supply that we've got on the chart currently. And of course, we do have a higher level of supply, and that is situated around here-ish. So what I'm looking for in this instance is the top of the candles up here, and I'm using a retest of the red candle on the right hand side to give us our zone, and of course it's creating a very near perfect sized zone there on the left hand side of price currently. So a couple of things for the bulls and maybe a few things for the bears to really consider with BTC and what we're looking at currently. So one thing or a couple of things to look for in terms of the bulls, we've had two retests of this level here. Could be a double top, but in the same sort of breath, we are holding above this 50 RSI and we are staying above that level currently. Next thing in the way of the bears is this sort of formation. So a rising wedge type formation usually breaks to some degree to the downside. This is the typical formation you'll see. It can look something like that. It can even look something like that where we see it on an uptrend, but in this instance we are seeing it on a downtrend. So it could be the continuation of this trend. So we enter in a downtrend and we exit in a downtrend. So that could be something that comes to light. So we'll keep that on the chart. It does look like a valid pattern to me. So I think something like this may be on the cards for the immediate term. However, this formation could be broken very easily if we break upwards into and start making grounds inside this low quality level of supply. So that's one thing to consider. Well, there's a multitude of things to consider currently, but we need a break either side of this pattern, whether or not we break upwards in terms of this level of supply or we break downwards and continue this formation down and complete, should I say, this formation to the downside. So let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in Discord. You can always tag me on Discord. So that is at ads in the Discord. You can tag me and I will see your notification immediately. Let me know what you think. Start the conversation. The Discord links are down below in our description, and you can always find the links in the banner as well, which is down below around here-ish. Moving on, we'll have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is the star of the show, and it has been since the start of the weekend. Look at that price action. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's nice to see our bull flag played out nicely as well. But we didn't seem to have a respected divergence there to give us a reversal. So moving up for Ethereum, I think it's probably best. Oh no, I'll leave it on. I was going to put the trend-based fibs on, but we'll leave it on currently. The eventuality of 4,500 is probably on the cards, in my opinion. In terms of Ethereum, we have our negative 61.8 Fibonacci extension to the upside there currently. But it would probably be in your best interest to draw fibs in your own term or in your own time on your own chart and see if we can see any levels that we will pull back to for a continuation to the upside, because that's pretty much what we've been looking for, although I do admit on a smaller time frame scale, where we're looking on for example, a 1 hour where we're measuring this sort of formation from swing, let's say here from swing low to high. We're pulling back to the 38, so swing low to swing high, pulling back to the 38, and then continuing to the upside. All these levels of fibs have been playing out on a small time frame. Even if you come back here, draw it from swing low to high, you can see the 38 has been respected, of course, with the price action to the left. So we're going from up, down to 38, continuing upwards. And that's playing out nicely on the lower time frame. So I would encourage you to draw your own fibs in to see where we eventually end up. And of course, if we're going to pull back to the 38 fibs again, of course, it would be around that 4,000 mark. Very nice psychological round number for ETH to pull back to. And then, of course, continue to the upside if we are to see this extension play out at the $4,500 mark. So you can always zoom into a lower time frame, draw your Fibonacci's, drawing your lower levels or lower time frames in terms of supply and demand. You can always do that and then gauge whether or not this trend will continue based on the pullbacks that we have to those fib levels, and then if those fib levels are respected on those respective time frames. So always good to zoom in if you're actively trading a trend like this. And of course, you can always refer back to Gravy Train. It does work on all time frames. Of course, you can always refer back to the 1 hour to give you a little bit more up-to-date information. Of course, we did break out of this pattern to the left here, and then using the cloud as a level of support as you do, and then getting into the longer-term trend for an upside potential with Gravy Train on a smaller time frame. That's always one option you've got. And if you want to know more about Gravy Train, you can find it in the link below. We do have 30% off with the code GravyBaby. Currently in the description, you'll find that on our website. But in general, looking like Ethereum does need a little bit of a cool off. We are sitting around the exhausted or overbought condition. We are looking at a higher time frame level of divergence. You can see that on the chart. That wasn't perfect, but you get the idea. Price moving up, and of course the RSI moving down. That is there is textbook divergence. In my opinion, it does need to cool off. It can even go as far as coming down to this point if we're looking at the 4 hour exclusively. Can always come down to this point, or even down to this liquidity here. That would be a decent zone in my opinion as well, where we have a slight pause in the market or a consolidation to really gauge whether or not, or even gauge or stack orders, should I say, not gauge, stack orders at that price point. You got that liquidity there, and of course we did have a push out of the zone, a retest, and then a continuation upwards. So this level of demand is valid in my opinion. I'll leave that on the chart. So it can come all the way back to 3,500, even 3,400, and still be, in a bullish cycle on this time frame in particular. So we need to keep all that in mind. But if you're trading the trend, look on the 1 hour, even the 4 hour time frame to gauge whether or not. And of course, if you're using something like Gravy Train, it's always going to pay dividends to do so. Last one we'll have a look at tonight, keeping it short and sweet, is the DXY. This is a regulated market. This is not financial advice, just ideas and opinions of us here at UTG. So the rules of supply and demand dictate that if we do move through a zone, we are looking below or looking to the left to see if there is any zones below that are of better quality. And of course, if we are to draw that zone into the chart currently, we're looking at 89.85. We can get rid of this one. Actually, I'll put it back on the chart to explain a little bit more. So in this instance, this zone here is low quality. This zone here is high quality. High quality means it's at the extremities of the market. So we have a decent market pivot point at that point before moving to the upside. You can see the extremities immediately. So an extremity being up here, or a pivot being here, and a pivot being here. So those three key levels are going to make up your highest quality zones. In this instance, it is here. We have a low quality zone where we have a pause in the market. It was respected initially, but we did fall through it quite rapidly. So in the way I determine this, we've got a retest here on the 29th of April. And the next test of this level, we smash straight through it. So that is a low quality zone. More than likely, over the next couple of days, if we are to see the DXY do anything, more than likely it'll end up around this area here at 89.89 and have a more convincing sort of upside, or even a bounce to cool off this index for now. And if we are to determine where that bounce will occur, it will more than likely be with this, or up to this lower quality supply. And you can see the extremities of this market where we've got a pivot point up here and a lower quality level there. That'll more than likely be the key area to look for at 89.8 for the immediate term. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm Ads from UTG. If you want to know more about Gravy Train, you can find it in the link down in the description. I do encourage everyone that is genuine to join the Discord. The link is down below. And we do have a strict policy entering the Discord. You have to verify your phone number with Discord, not with us, with Discord, to confirm that your account is genuine. And we invite everyone into the Discord that will find a little bit of value. So if you think that you or even someone else will get value out of the Discord, shoot in the link. The link is down in the description, and join the conversation with us. If you want to know more about anything we do here at Unity Trading Group, you can go to our website, unitytradinggroup.com. Again, my name is Ads, and I will see you tomorrow.